What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new travel series in one of my top picked travel destinations. Kathy and I had the opportunity to see Morocco over an 8-day period, but in today's video I want to focus on the first 3 days in the city of Marrakesh and what is going to be like kind of a fun / informative travel vlog guide. It's got a bit of everything. It's definitely going to be very beneficial if you actually plan to come see it. Without further ado, let's get started. What's up guys? We have just touched down in a brand new continent and a brand new country. This is amazing. First ones to the luggage. Woo! Alright guys, so this is kind of how the SIM card situation is. We just arrived at the airport and there's two different competing companies we're seeing here. These guys here, Morocco Telecom. We went with the orange one because that's what our friend told us to do. Basically, they give you a free SIM card, but then you immediately have to recharge it as soon as you get outside of the airport. It's going to be about 10 euros for 10 gigabytes. Most convenience stores will set it up for you, but a bit of a disclaimer, you may need to know some French. Most people did know a baseline of English, but French is one of the main languages there, aside from the Arabic language. Mais pour moi, c'était assez facile. That's my rusty French. So we've just cleared customs. We're being passed off. Hello, how are you? Christian, nice to meet you. Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care. Look at this airport, guys. It's beautiful. So as you may know, you're not allowed drones in Morocco. And so I basically had everything except my cavities searched for my drone. They saw my propellers and they were like going crazy. They're like, he must have it, he must have it. I was trying to explain to them. I FedExed it home. She asked me 5 times the same question. I'm like, ma'am, like I told you already, it's been FedExed home. Like, got a little bit angry by the end, but anyways, it's all taken care of. But nonetheless, I guess that goes to show how serious it is. They really take it seriously that you cannot bring a drone in. Now, outside of the airport, get ready to go to battle because just like in Southeast Asia, you've got those taxi drivers that are gonna try to rip you off, asking you up to 50 euros, maybe even 100 if they're feeling lucky that day. Typical price that you want to pay is around $5.50 US, but you will have to negotiate hard for that. You can also take a bus for half the price and just cut out those people. Let's keep it PG. Fortunately for us, we had our guide all set up with Travel Link Morocco. All right, here's the ride.
I don't want to step on the carpet.
Ow, I just hit my head on the roof. Now, generally speaking, taxis in town won't be that expensive. You're looking at roughly $2 US for like a quick short trip, up to $5 to $7 US for like a 30 to 45 minute trip. I should also mention that in Morocco, they use a currency by the name of the dirham, and I'm going to be referring in US dollars throughout this video, but dirham is the local currency. Hello, how are you? Alright guys, this is my first ever stay in a riad. We've just arrived at La Maison Arabe, and this is a beautiful, beautiful hotel. Coming in around about $150 a night, where the average price in Morocco is about $50, so definitely not on the cheaper end.
La piscine.
La piscine, there it is. Gonna do a bit of suntan here by the piscine. Way, okay, the stairs. As all things in life, you get what you pay for, and this place was beautiful. Here we are. Ooh.
So beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's a turtle shell. Tortoise. Tortoise would be the correct term. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is insane. It is now just about sunset and we're off to grab some dinner here. But the exciting thing is that another couple has just arrived and I'll be introducing you to them in just a sec. Later that night, we went out to enjoy our first sunset in Morocco. In fact, first sunset in Africa. And we went to a place by the name of Jama El Fna. And this is like the main market. At night, it has so much life. People come out for the different activities, the music, the street food, and just like the liveliness of it all. Later that evening, we went to our first ever belly dance show at Le Salama.
Oh my god.
First off, across the table, Aggie and Michael, my favorite Instagram account, one of them right here. It's amazing. And Othman is the one who's organized basically our entire week here in Morocco. So a huge thank you, my friend. And this is his brother, Saliman. And the cool thing about Moroccan food is that typically you'll have it shared amongst a big group. You got lots of little things that you can try. You just gotta help yourself to all the different platters. And as you can see, we've got a lot of them. No idea what we're gonna eat, but I'm gonna try everything. We're really getting started now. We've got belly dancers.
Oh my god.
Go, go, What happened to you? Oh, she's back! So this place really really turns up at night. You got the belly dancers, you got the cool hats. So right now we're walking through Jama El Fna, and this is actually like the main market in the center of Marrakesh. It's all within the gates, inside the walls. Because it's laid out, and especially with it being Ramadan, it's quite lively. Everyone's broken fast, they're getting food, they're enjoying a bit of social life. And the cool thing is that I've actually been told it's very safe here in Marrakesh. So I don't have to be too concerned with my camera. I do have a firm grip on my strap because I would do that anywhere in the world. I feel relieved knowing that it is safe here, that even carrying around expensive goods shouldn't draw too much attention to you. For the most part, Marrakesh is actually very safe. Alright, what's up? I've had today's video sponsored by Audible. I wanted to take just a few seconds to thank them and let you know a bit about them. What Audible is they're like the best place to go to get ebooks, to get all sorts of audio content. My favorite time to listen to audiobooks and to podcasts is definitely when I'm traveling, whether I'm in a plane, a train, or even driving. It's such a fun way to make the time go by. Now, if you want to try it for yourself and get a free 30-day trial plus a free book, then text Los LeBlanc to 500 or you can just go to their website, which would be audible.com/Los LeBlanc. It'll show you all the details. Now guys, let's get back to the video. Good morning guys, it is our second day here in Marrakesh, and today we've got our city tour, and Aggie's actually going to be trying Ramadan today. So she's not doing it for any religious reasons, she just was curious what it was like to actually fast for an entire day. But Kathy and I, we're not fasting.
I will never stop eating. I love eating.
Good morning guys.
Good morning.
Oh, sorry, good morning. I'm on Instagram.
So right now we're going to be doing a walking tour through Marrakesh, and we're actually in the old town right now. What's the name of it?
Riyad Laros.
Riyad Laros.
Yes.
You're already seeing very much like the typical Marrakesh living. Like people are going by on their carts being dragged by donkeys. Tons of people on their motorbikes, on their bicycles.
Yes.
Quite a happening city. A lot going on.
Because it's a flat city. People use motorbikes.
Yes.
There are no hills inside the Medina.
So it's easy to get around.
It's easy to get around,
Yeah.
especially with the narrow streets also.
Very cool. Now one thing you'll definitely need to know is if you're planning to go to the markets, you also need to put on your negotiating hat, because it's just a part of the game. Even locals need to negotiate, but especially if you're foreign, they will just crank up the price. It's your job to bring it back down. Handcrafted metal goods, and you've got jewelry. We're checking out some of the silver goods here, or at least he claims it's silver, but let's be honest, it's not. It's definitely not. So I came in here just looking for a cool photo. I'll be leaving completely blinged out. I actually think I'm probably gonna look at getting one of these slimmer bands. Definitely could go with my current leather setup. This one's just huge. So my friend, how much for this one right here? Yeah, so how much just for this one? If I want to go with the big handcuff.
Give me 1,200.
1,200?
Yes. No, make total.
Oh my goodness.
No 1,000.
120 euros.
Step one. Step
So we're
one.
gonna have to work on some negotiating. But truth be told, I don't really want this one. It's too big.
I like this one. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
So here we go. It's time to negotiate a little bit. So how much for this one here?
This one's 700. 700.
No, there's not a chance this one's 700.
No,
Because this
because
one's
it's a
700.
hand manual.
Yeah, but
As blowing.
no, my friend. There's no way. What I can do for you, I can offer you 150. 150.
Because it's work handmade. This is a real style.
So this one was 700, and now look at the size of this one. Very tiny.
This is all the real style. How much for Portugal?
I just need one. It's too much.
Give me 600.
No, there's no way I can
And
do
this,
600. I can do 150 for this one.
No.
My final offer will be 200 for this one, because I wouldn't pay more than
Give me
20 euros.
500.
No, I can't do 500. Here, thank you. 200 you can't do?
Give me 400.
No.
I've let me more
It's
than
okay.
200. As blooming.
See, I have a 200 right here. That's all I can do.
More than 200.
I can't do two. No, 200 is the most I
Give
can
me
do.
400.
No, I know that's
350, no profit.
200 is the most. All right, fine. My very last offer will be 250. You can do 250?
But let me no profit for you, give me 300. Here because it's happy for you. As promised, no profit. Here happy because
I'm sorry, 250 is really the most I can
give
do.
me money. Give
That's
me
25 euros. That's a lot for a bracelet, my friend.
Money. Give me money. Take it.
250, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Can you go
Happy.
dress
Thank you, I'm
shopping with
happy.
me?
Guys, I'm so stoked on my brand new bracelet. Part of the collection, the family. Once I get a bracelet, I pretty much wear it until it breaks or falls off. And this one right here is actually from the Philippines 2 years ago now. I haven't taken it off once, not even to shower, nothing. And I cannot believe that this coconut bracelet has held up so long. And by the way, a great bargaining tip is actually to take your money out. I've learned that psychologically, when people actually see the money, they kind of just want to take the deal.
Can you use your tips in practice? Because I really want this handbag, but I don't know how to bargain, please.
Okay, let's try. What did he ask?
I didn't ask yet.
Okay.
I want you to buy it for me.
He's making chess pieces by carving between his toes. So he's got the chisel being held by his foot, and then from there he uses his hand to rotate the piece and to carve it.
Okay.
So I helped Kathy negotiate a handbag so that she could help carry around my stuff.
Yes, I should have gotten a bigger one.
You should have, yeah. So check it out, guys. Handmade chess set. I'm super stoked on that.
He gave me a gift.
Did he?
Yeah, he made it for me.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Very pretty.
We will need another suitcase.
I know.
I want to buy everything here.
I'm actually very tempted to buy a rug for my place in Bali, but I just don't know how I would get it there right now. It's kind of inconvenient. €1 for one of these, so really great deal. I love it. Merci beaucoup. Go, go. Now pretty much anyone that goes to Marrakesh will make their way into the markets, the Medina, but I must tell you, it's important to know where you're going, so either do a lot of research online to know the best areas or hire a guide. For us, we were luckily taken to the best areas where there was almost no tourists. We probably saw maybe 5 other people in the 2 hours that we were wandering around in there. So this is what we just ordered. This is a Tangia Marrakesha?
Marrakech.
Marrakesha.
Tangia Marrakech.
Ah, very cool. Ooh, so he's gonna empty it. That looks so good. One of the biggest things about traveling is of course the food. Trying new foods from different places is one of the highlights, and it's no exception here in Morocco. Some of the main meals that you'll see are going to be tagines and couscous. Now for me, my favorite was the tagine, and what it is essentially they take this big pot and they put inside of it meats, they put potatoes, they put vegetables, and they really slow roast it. The meat becomes very delicate, very tender, and you barely even need to cut to pull it apart. Now just to give you a bit of a rundown on pricing, what you can expect to see is a very inexpensive restaurant. You're looking at about $3.50 just for an entree, $3.50 to $4.50 for a beer. For a mid-range restaurant with maybe an entree and an appetizer, you're looking at about $10 to $15 a head. Now cappuccinos, for me, a daily ritual, about $1.85 for a bottle of water, and you'll definitely need it. That's gonna be about 50 cents per bottle. So we've just arrived here at the Museum of Marrakesh, and this was formerly one of the ruler's places. Basically, there was an uprising from the north of Morocco. He got kicked out, and then the state inherited his palace. Now it's for everyone to enjoy. It is absolutely beautiful. You can see it's a traditional riad. So typically riads actually don't have windows to the outside, but the opening comes from the top. So this would typically be an open concept, and that's how they got the airflow but kept the privacy from the outside world. And it is just stunning. The amount of intricacy in the tiling on the walls, all of that hand painted, hand carved. Alright guys, I don't know about you, but I love leather bags. There's a man carrying in all the fresh leather everywhere you look, guys. Beautiful leather shoes, leather purses. Can you play Smoke on the Water? Guys, normally I really don't like walking tours, but this has been one of the coolest walking tours I've ever seen. This is like real Morocco. We've seen probably 95% locals. The only negative I will say is that a lot of the locals don't want you to take photos and videos. This is one of the most challenging places I've ever filmed, because if you point your camera at the wrong person, they will give you a middle finger. They will give you some sign that they're very displeased. So you do need to be respectful, mindful. I'm doing my best, but yeah, a bit of a challenge at times. But when you get the shot, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Later in our walking tour, we went to a place by the name of Le Jardin Secret. It was actually in like the dead smack middle of Marrakesh, one of the most valuable areas in the entire city, and it was owned by a minister. And so the crazy thing was, nobody on the outside knew about it, so he had his own private sanctuary. And I think the craziest thing of all of this is that it only became publicly available, publicly aware, about 3 years ago when they opened it up. It's been a long time held secret, and it is very stunning. It's a peaceful little sanctuary. It is seriously sensory overload right now. We've been in Medina, the shopping area, for a little too long now. I think it's been close to 2.5, 3 hours. I think I'm ready to get out.
Yeah.
I want a bit of space.
I'm trapped.
I want some space. Oh, this is a mound of food. Oh my gosh, look at all the bees. You buy 2 biscuits, you get a free bumblebee. It was ridiculous. I feel like he's just been building up that mound for years now. No one's bought his food, so they just keep adding more and more. And every day he needs a taller stool. So I only just realized that this is actually the very same market we were in late last night, but it just looks totally different.
He pointed at me and I'm freaking out.
So the mini pig didn't work out, but
I don't know. I'm shaking.
he just left you with it.
Yeah.
In life, inshallah. Good luck for family, inshallah.
Now, one of the final stops of our walking tour that day was to go to the Royal Mansour Marrakesh, and I've never seen anything like this. If you can appreciate the Moroccan architecture, then you will be absolutely dumbfounded by the front lobby. It makes no sense. The amount of detailing is out of this world. Now, I will say that this is one of the most expensive spots you can do for like a drink and lunch. You're gonna see at least $75 a head and easily so much more. But if you really don't mind spending to see something incredible, then this is something worth adding to your itinerary. Alright, so she's got but 1 more hour and then she can eat, she can drink. How's it feeling so far?
I'm gonna eat your dinner too. It's not great. Very thirsty and yeah. I'm definitely feeling it.
What's the hard part?
Not drinking water.
Yeah.
That's really definitely hard.
Especially
And
when you're in
watching
the
you
desert?
eat all the time.
That was harder?
Pretty hard too, yeah.
Really? Yeah, we're eating all this good food in front of her. It's gotta be torture. But props to you. You're almost there.
Almost there, yeah.
Food is gonna be good.
Very cleansing experience. So about conquering your ego. So I will be very humble at the end of this trip.
Yes.
I hope, maybe.
She's got a long way to go.
Oh!
And so we're going to be doing iftar right here at one of the top hotels and restaurants in all of Marrakesh, and it's called La Mamounia. We're actually gonna be staying here for 2 nights. Ooh, oh my god. So we just heard the call to prayer in the distance. The sun has now set, and it is time for everyone here to break fast, including myself. I haven't eaten since lunch. And so what you're gonna see here that's quite common is people will have some milk, they'll have a hard-boiled egg, and often it was just explaining you kind of eat all the things you haven't had throughout the day, so you're making up for the meals you missed out on, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Got a French touch here with the croissants. Have you had your first bite yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, you're patient. You've come this far, why now, right?
I know.
Let's go another day. So normally you start with the dates.
It should be dates and milk.
Okay.
We are waiting for your milk. Yeah?
There we go, that's the date right there. And I've got to say, it's like next level deliciousness. Shabakia?
Yes.
What is it?
Typically Moroccan.
Okay.
It's like bread fried.
Fried bread?
Yeah, fried bread with honey.
So good. So I got a cappuccino. We have this like carrot yogurt. It's very thick. And then over there, Moroccan pancakes. I got myself some skewers. They actually had lamb brain as one of the options. I didn't order it. We're getting the royal boot from Mother Nature. The wind has picked up so much. I don't know how this is Morocco because it feels like I'm back home in Canada. It is cold right now. You know, iftar is not your typical kind of meal, but overall, pretty tasty. And as far as iftars go, this is definitely one of the more upscale ones. I think all in all, it'll be around $50 per person, so very expensive. Later that evening, we went for a swim here in the hotel, and I have to say, this is one of my top pick hotels in the entire world. If you can afford the 5-star price tag, or even if you can't and you want to splurge on something big, this may be a good place to do it, because I absolutely love my experience here. And welcome to the 3rd day here in Marrakesh. Right now, we're actually just outside of the old gate. It's a defensive structure that used to keep the center of Marrakesh safe. See, look, he's carrying all the leather to be tanned. What is going on here? This is rough looking landscapes. Oh my gosh. This is the tannery. So this right here is Mohammed, and Mohammed works here at the tannery. What he's doing right now is he's actually taking these goat pelts and he's dipping them in this like liquid. I think he said it was called mimosa. It sounded like mimosa. And essentially what it does is it actually softens up the pelt. It makes it smell better, which if you could smell what I'm smelling, you would know that it could use a lot of that right now. Tons of different odors going around. And that is pigeon poop. That's the major process to soften the leather so that it can be treated. Again, doesn't smell very good. So we're kind of not running away, but definitely leaving very, very quickly. Everyone's kind of fighting right now. As soon as you take cameras out in Morocco, there's something about this place. Everyone wants to get paid. And so we actually gave a guy 12 euros. He was being nice at first, showing us what he does. And we didn't ask anything of him, but basically the second we gave him the 12 euros, he's like, this is nothing. Which, by the way, that's actually quite a bit of money, especially here. So he was trying to play his cards, trying to get paid even more, and then all of a sudden everyone else got involved. Had like 5 people coming over, they all wanted a piece of it, and now they're all fighting over that 12 euros maybe? I have no idea. They're over there shouting and screaming at each other. I absolutely love this place. It's been so beautiful to shoot, but it's one of the hardest places I've ever shot. I definitely feel there's a bit of a hostility as soon as the camera comes out. Well guys, I hope this video helped you with your upcoming trip to Morocco, or if you've never even thought about it, then maybe it's been added to your list. In the next video, I'll be showing you guys some really awesome day trip activities just outside of Marrakesh, some of my favorite things to do in all of Morocco. So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button to be notified when that comes up, because it's coming real soon. And guys, as always, let's get lost again in the next one.